What is up? I'm Uta, and I'm gonna show you how I made my track Hold Me. It came out like a few months ago on Valentine's Day, and I think it sounds pretty cool, so I'm gonna show you how some of these sounds were created. So here's drums, second verse. At the time of recording this, you see I have a cymbal, crash ride now. I only had the hi-hat at the time, so this is just hat, kick, and snare. For the last chorus, I just doubled the snare using like the drum doubling feature in Logic. There's this. These are the two together. And this is with a kick. I was just feeling like for the ending, the one I recorded live was like a little too dry and short, a little too dead. I like my drums pretty dead in here because it's not super well treated in here. It's pretty reflective. So the deader they are, the easier it is. For this track, I kind of was inspired by sort of like late 60s rock, kind of where it was getting a little edgier, but it still had sort of a classic feel. I'll just solo the bass here in the second verse, and you can hear. It's borderline corny, which is why I think it works. So here's the drums with the bass. As you can hear, that first hit is like really late. You can see too. If I had noticed that, I would have maybe just gone like this, like snipped it and then just pulled it forward a little bit so it's not as noticeable. Or I would have just re-recorded the bass part. I do feel like it's okay for the bass to be a little late, usually. Okay, so what's on the drums? Basically, I mic'd this with I had a dynamic mic on the kick and a dynamic mic on the snare. It was like a 57, this one, on the snare, and a really not so good SM58 clone by some other company that doesn't really sound like an SM58, but it is close enough. I felt I was getting all the hi-hat sound just between the two, and honestly I feel like the hi-hat is still too loud. On the kick, I just have some EQ, you can see it there, and an enveloper, the two of them mixed. We got some EQ, some saturation, LA2A compressor, and a little, looks like dynamic EQ, which I was using to just duck the hi-hat was, as I said, really loud. This important here, you see bus 4. This is I do this thing where I make a band room kind of reverb, where it's just kind of like a small crappy sounding space that I send everything that's like in the band to. Recorded after drum and bass was rhythm guitar, which, you know, the kind of final element of the rhythm section. Let's see, how does it sound? This is soloed. That intro. Whoa. What was going on there? This is the tremolo depth getting automated here. It's kind of cool. I like things where the sound is getting weaker and it kind of feels like it's too powerful for the things that are recording it. And obviously that's not what's happening here, but it kind of sounds like something breaking. So on the both of these, it's just the UAD Showtime tube amp, which is kind of like a vintage tube amp sort of sound. I got the band room reverb, also I have this free snare buzz plugin. It's from Waves Factory, not to be confused with Waves. Basically, it just like emulates like the sound of a snare getting buzzed by like, getting resonated, the snares. And whenever I do something that's supposed to sound like a kind of a band, I sometimes use that to give it just a little extra like grit. Like it's not distortion, it's not reverb, but it kind of has some elements of both of those things. But the plugin is kind of really buggy in it, like it doesn't open a lot of the time, so I use it sparingly. Okay, so here's the whole rhythm section together for that intro. Here's verse 2 that we were looking at before. Pretty cool, right? Oh, here's verse 1. I think I did kind of an interesting thing with the rhythm guitars here. It's a little more twinkly. The lead guitar parts, there's a few different parts doing different things at different times. In the intro, kind of just playing with a whammy bar. You can see it back here. J Mascis signature model Squier Jazzmaster. It comes with a tone arm. So I was just like riding that and kind of a little bit of a like My Bloody Valentine sort of effect. And then down here, this one's super fuzzed out. This tone is really simple, actually. It's just clip distortion from Logic, basically turned all the way up, or no, not turned all the way up, but pretty distorted, and then like no EQing on that in the plugin, and then I'm just doing a low cut and then some side chaining from the kick. In the last chorus of the song, I used that same fuzz guitar, but I did I used a slide, so it sounds like this. And a lot of panning. Pretty proud of this outro. It's like my favorite part of the song. You got that like kind of ambulance type sound, which is the fuzz guitar we were just looking at. I doubled that with this Mellotron. Gives it some weird creepy hauntedness. And then I think I did another track of electric guitar. I don't know why it's so weirdly chopped up. I forget why I did that. And then the other one in this folder is just like all these guitar sounds are like DI, so I can't really get like authentic feedback. So I think this was just microphone feedback through my monitors here. And I think I put it like an amp emulation over it. Yeah. So that's mixed with this. Oh, I know why I put those gaps in there. It's so because the amp is basically compressing everything. I wanted the feedback to pop through in a couple places like unnaturally. Let's look at the bass here too. I just wanted to have fun with the bass. I was thinking about my bassist in my band when I wrote this. Kind of a stupid part. I like it. I recorded this part with a guitar that's in Nashville tuning, which is like where the bottom 4 strings are higher than they normally. They're like an octave higher, I think. So it's a lot kind of brighter, thinner, higher sound. Almost mandolin-esque, but not quite that. I'm down! I don't need to keep playing that. In the verses, I made this like synth out of my voice. Basically, it's just getting sampled and like reversed and pitch shifted and stuff. Actually, not reversed, just pitch shifted. Rhodes electric piano type of sound. Isn't that a fun harmony? I like that little beep sound, so I doubled it. Or actually, I think the piano is the double. I started with. I had that little slide, and then I doubled it with the piano. And then this might be the same thing. Octave lower. Baby, when we touch. This. This like acoustic guitar part that I came up with. And we got these hand drums that I recorded here. Just gives a little I don't know how to describe it. Just something a little tactile. We got some shakers and claps right before the chorus here. And here's that with the hand drums. Vocals. So for the lead vocal, I have 2 tracks actually, because I did some pitch correcting on some of them, but I didn't want the pitch correction to like accidentally artifact some of the other parts, especially the parts that are a little more like silence is just killing me, kind of talky, the winter light dissolve, like that. I just wanted to not have those be affected by the pitch correction inadvertently, so that's why I did 2. And these both are blank as far as plug-in inserts go, but on the folder here we have like a UAD kind of analog preamp effect, another low cut Pultec EQ 1176, and an LA2A working in tandem, of course, and de-esser, and just some reverb. Looks like I think I automated some of the reverb. Yeah, so I automated the send of the reverb, so it gets bigger and smaller at different parts throughout the song. When we touch, can you feel the current? If you hear that. When we touch, can you feel the current? This part, this is kind of silly. Some genius lyrics there. But here's that in context with the other vocal. My whole life before you is fading into black, and my whole life's before me and staring me right back. This harmony track just has like the regular stuff you would expect, but also some clip distortion and some like a kind of crappy digital reverb. The chorus with the doubles and the lead. Angels just love me. Goes stereo there. Pick up the phone. I need some. And I have some auto tune on these. For the first chorus, just 2 harmonies that I think are doing the same thing. Angel, just hold me. Never mind, they're not doing the same thing. And these are all the vocals together for the chorus. Angel, just hold me. Help me forget the days that I wasted. The quiet of death. This is the last chorus. Angel, just love me. Pick up the phone. I need some reminding that I'm not alone. Angel, just hold me. Help me forget the days that I wasted. The quiet of death. So for that screamy bit, let me see. This is the lead vocal is going like this, as you heard. The quiet of death. But then we got these kind of more gnarled ones. The quiet of death. Here's the synths in the last chorus, all the keyboards and stuff. It sounds pretty dorky out of context, but I feel like with everything together, it kind of rocks. I need some reminding that I'm not alone. Angel, just hold me. So yeah, that's how I made Hold Me. If you liked it, please check it out. It's on all the streaming platforms. Not Roblox, I don't think. I forget if I checked yes for Roblox, but you might be able to listen to it on there. Let me know if you want to see more of these videos about how I make stuff. I'm going to be releasing some music soon, so keep an eye out for that. And I might make videos about how I put together those tracks too. But anyway, have a wonderful day, or night, or whatever, and goodbye.